Okay, my name is James Nixon, and I'm from Nashville, Tennessee, and I'm in the music business. Years ago, I was in athletics, and after I couldn't do that anymore, I went back into music.
What was your first instrument?
The first instrument, I used to mess around with piano a little bit, but I never got good on it, anything, you know.
Did you start playing guitar?
I started learning the guitar when I was about 18. I waited kind of late, and my first guitar was a bass guitar.
When you were growing up, when you were growing up, who were your first artists, or where did you get your inspiration?
Oh yes, even I like people like Muddy Waters, and well, I wasn't too much allowed to listen to that kind of music that back then because I was raised up in the Pentecostal church, and we wouldn't really had to kind of slip and listen to it, you know.
Yeah.
And some of the blues artists I like, you know. I didn't really have a favorite.
When did you start singing?
Well, I started singing in the church back in the early 50s. I was very young. And so later I got into opera. I was an opera singer. And the hardest thing I've ever done was to learn how not to sing so well in order to undo all of that big voice in order to sing rock and roll and blues and stuff. That's the hardest thing I've ever had to do. Is to get rid of that big voice.
Oh yeah.
You know, yeah.
When did you start singing before that?
I was singing opera in the 50s, and I was still in high school.
Wow.
And a young man by the name of William Lathon, my music instructor, he found out that I had this big voice, and so he trained me a little bit for opera. And I used to sing at funerals, like if one of the instructors at the local college, a Fisk University or something died, I'd sing at funerals a lot, you know.
Do you enjoy that?
Not that much.
Not that much.
Yeah, it wasn't really my bag. Okay. But I was just born with that voice, and all it needed was just a little training to, you know, carry it on. But I was glad that I'm glad I had that experience and that I had a chance to do that. Yes.
Right. Is the type of music you play and the type of music you sing, is that your favorite type of music?
Yes, it is.
Absolutely.
Yeah. People like James Brown, Wilson Pickett, and folks like this, when they start putting these records out, Mustang Sally and Cold Sweat and all that stuff, you know, I kind of like that kind of thing. That was my bag. More of a R&B-ish type thing. Yeah.
Have you ever been to the Jazz Festival before?
Here?
The Jazz Festival.
I think I came here with the Imperials a few years ago, if I'm not mistaken. I think we played once.
Do you think you might ever be back?
Yes, I hope so. I hope so. And what I like about when I came down here, the square, I used to race down here in the foot races they had.
Oh, yeah.
And so years ago, of course you can't tell now, but I raced out here a couple of years, you know. And I did see one of the guys that were in the races when I was running.
Oh, really?
Yeah, he was out there today running, so it was really enjoyed mine.
You also said that you were into athletics when you were younger. What did you do in that area?
Ball player. And I boxed a little bit amateur. I was an amateur boxer for a while, but football was my love, football and track.
What would you like to accomplish, or what goals do you have by being a singer, playing music, or have you already accomplished them?
No, I haven't really accomplished it. It might be true that I've gotten about as far as I'm going to go, but, you know, I've gotten more fame than money. You know, I would like to make a little bit more money, but I'm pretty much satisfied with what I've done. I would like for the people to remember me, as a good musician, and kind of leave my name hanging around here for a while.
Do you have any signature songs?
I like. I did one out there today. Is "I Can't Stop Loving You." Don Gibson. Don Gibson wrote that song, and Ray Charles recorded it, and that's one of my favorite songs. Country song. Yeah, I write, and also write a little country and blues and just about everything.